What's good, peeps? This is Q the Creator coming to you with this Disney-inspired Halloween makeup tutorial of Cruella De Vil. If you want to know how I achieved this look, then stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to start out with our Elmer's glue stick to glue down our brow since we will be drawing on a more exaggerated brow later. I'm using a neutral set powder by Ben Nye to set that. And just to make sure that I got good coverage, I'm going to repeat those last two steps before moving forward. We're going to dust off that excess powder and then move forward to mapping out where our new eyebrow will be. So now I'm just connecting those dots to form the new brow. We will go in and actually thicken that after we get those points connected. So now we're just thickening that eyebrow, which we will go in and fill in and also darken later. I'm using this water activated face and body paint in the color black just to go in and darken those brows. After I got pretty much the eyebrow shape I want, I'm going to go back and clean that with this LA Colors Truly Matte foundation in the color of Cappuccino. Yes, child, I'm using Miss LA Colors, but she works, and I actually really like this, so no shade, girl. She do what she needs to do. So after contouring the brow shape I want, I'm going to blend out the edges of that foundation so that when I go to foundation and cover my entire face, it'll be easier to make those connect seamlessly. I'm going to use that same foundation to go ahead and cover the entire lid. Also, correction, the color is warm caramel, not cappuccino. After that, we're going to go ahead and cover the entire face with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation in the color of Cappuccino. And before somebody get cute, I am well aware that it is not my color. I am using it only for this tutorial. And don't say you wasn't going to say something, because even I wanted to, because girl, Miss Thing, what is that? Girl, put that light foundation on, sis. After getting on this foundation that is clearly not our shade, we're going to buff that into the skin just to make sure that we have even coverage, and then go back to highlight with this L'Oreal True Match in the color of Warm Beige. And of course, we're going to highlight our entire T-zone with that L'Oreal True Match. After that, we're going to go in and set our entire face. I'm actually using a mix of powders, Soft Velvet and Medium by Black Opal. After setting everything, we're going to go in and highlight with a powder that is actually one of my favorites. It's called Dymond Dust, and it's made by a friend of mine named Shan. I'll put a link in the description if you want to purchase. So moving into the lid, I'm actually using the Juvias Place Masquerade palette as well as the James Charles palette, and I've blended two colors together to create the color that you see now. The colors are Ada from the Masquerade palette and No Beans from the James Charles palette. I'm going to take just the color No Beans to contour the nose. So now I'm going in with the color Spooky from the James Charles palette just to map out a little more clearly how I want the eye shape to be. Using that same face and body paint from earlier in the color black to darken that crease just a little more. So I'm actually going to go in with a different black by the company La Femme, and I'm going to start blending out that crease. It seems to be a little more pigmented than the James Charles Spooky, so I chose to use this instead. After blending that out a little bit, we're going to go in with this emerald color. It's called Molly, and it is also in the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. I'm now going to go into the lower lid and waterline with that same black by La Femme. Taking the face and body paint by Marron in the color black, I'm going to just go back over those brows to clean them back up. I am also using that same black to go in and just darken that waterline and lower lid a little bit. I know it's a habit of mine when I do makeup like this. I go in 1,000 times to highlight and re-highlight. I use the color Soft Velvet that time, and we're going to begin contouring with the James Charles palette. We're going to contour the chin just to make it a little more pointy shaped like Cruella's would be. That is also, again, the color No Beans in the James Charles palette. Deepening our contour, we're going back to the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette using the color that we saw up here earlier. It's called Ada. To accomplish a more sharp facial shape like we know Cruella's to be, I'm going to also contour my jawline. It's a personal preference that when I do looks like this, I like to be a little more heavily contoured, so I'm going back in with the James Charles palette and using the color called Benny. I decided to go back and add a little of that emerald green to my lower lid. Again, that's from the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, and it's called Molly. Just to sharpen the nose contour a little more, I'm going in with a finer brush using the color Benny from the James Charles palette to map out the shape of the nose that I want for this Cruella look. Now we're going to go in and blend out that nose contour just a little bit. I'm using the James Charles palette again, this time a mix of the colors No Beans and 10% Off. To define the nose shape a little more and to give a more prominent nostril, I'm going to go in again with that black by Marron. This is the color Giza from the Masquerade palette to define the nose. I am taking a lip pencil to just trace in what my new lip shape would be. I'm going to overdraw them just a little bit. I have a habit of randomly just picking up cosmetic products to try out and see how they work. So the Ruby Kisses matte lipstick and the lip gloss by Ellen Tracy are two products that I just so happened to pick up one time, and I figured I would try them out. I'm going back with the LA Colors foundation just to clean up the lip. Toss on a lash, and it's time to get ready. So throwing on some earrings now. I decided I wanted a little more pop with the lip, so I'm going in with a fine glitter that I got from Michaels, and the color is just red. After doing the lip, I decided I wanted to do the eyes, so I went ahead and went into the lid with a mix of two colors, a green and a gold. And y'all don't read me because I'm out of glitter adhesive, so I had to use some lip gloss, child. Now we're going to toss on a wig. I actually bought this costume wig that looked like that and decided to style it myself to look like this. And of course, because it's a costume wig, the hairline is absolutely trash, so I had to go in with that black Marron body paint to try to blend out the hairline. After getting on that black, I'm going to take the color Benny from the James Charles palette just to blend that out a little more. Tossing on now some gloves that I painted and glittered and added some nails to, and here is the completed look. Yeah, she's serving Anita, darling. I will have those puppies. Realness, live, get your life. Okay, no, but for real, thanks guys for watching so much. I really enjoyed this look. Follow me on social media, and as always, subscribe, turn on those notifications, like, comment, and share. Until next time, peace out.